All right, with this West 2 Facebook Live update, I'm Chief Meteorologist Tony Manolfi. Hope you guys are having a good afternoon today. It was a hot one out there. Temperatures today did climb up into the low 90s from Orlando on south and west. But the bigger story, of course, is what's going on now in the Gulf of Mexico with Hurricane Delta, now a major hurricane. We'll get right to that story and give you the update from the hurricane hunters and what we have from the National Hurricane Center. As of the 8 p.m., intermediate advisory there, you can see that the pressure has been kind of steady around 956 millibars, winds holding steady at 115, and the wind now north-northwest at about 12 miles an hour. So again, major hurricane starting to make that turn more towards the north-northwest, expected to curl back into southwest Louisiana by about 4 or 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So that's going to be one of the things that we're going to be watching. Joanne Connie Miller, Ruthie Morshed Rivera, Melinda Robertson, Carla Deem, Maybelle Briones, just to mention a few of you guys here. Asma, Ijaz, and Joanne. Connie Miller, McDahlia Rivera, good to have you there. Guys, going to go ahead and share this over to a couple of different pages here real quickly. And then we'll get this puppy rocking and rolling. But the bottom line is, again, we have a major hurricane. Looks like it is dealing with a little bit of wind shear now on that northwest side, so that's some good news. Khalid, Tanya, Lieutenant Nicole, Renee Taylor, good to have you guys. Appreciate you all popping in. Cassandra Miller, always a pleasure to have you in here as well. We get this shared over to one more page here real quick, and then we'll start this. They are going to get hit pretty hard, Brittany, yes. Good evening, Tony. Kendra Fry, good to have you there. I appreciate you guys popping in. We've got many angles to cover now with this storm. So let's get rocking and rolling here. Let me show you what's going on. The steering component, again, for us, with this high pressure basically over northern Florida, is going to pull this one into Louisiana. It has no chance of getting our way. You can see the scope of that storm, dealing with a little bit of wind shear here. All of a sudden as it's getting lifted to the north. And notice how the eye has filled in. So I'm liking the trend that I am seeing on this storm here. All of a sudden, you can see the storm definitely grew in size here. There's the visible satellite picture here from just a short time ago. You can see the sun is setting, so we lose those pictures. But the wind field, again, the red is the major hurricane. The orange is the hurricane, and the yellow is the tropical storm force, very large storm. Good evening to you, Victor, Tommy, Mary, Sandra, Jeff, Bob Butterfield. Appreciate that, Bob, for the kind words. When you take a look at the size of this storm, and just from the wind standpoint, there you have it. 285 miles across. 285 miles across. So that is what we're dealing with. Let me just do the distance here, and just kind of hit save here. I'm gonna redraw this because I don't like the way that looks. A little too busy there, but I think we got this now. So let me go ahead and redraw this across, and you can see from point A to point B, 281 miles, 282 miles across. So it's a good distance across right there. And the other thing that we're watching with this is the eye. You had the eye right there, but notice how the eye is filled in here. That is a very good sign. Judy, Corey, Kealoe, Jojo Lovejoy, Julie McKissick, Curtin, always a pleasure to have you in here. Appreciate you popping on in. There we go. So there it is, right there. That is a look at the Francis Lucanos popped in. Freddie, Yankees need a little help tonight there, girl. Go Cowboys. Gerardo, what's up, Tony? Corey in the land has popped in. Corey, always a pleasure to have you there, young man. Appreciate you popping in. You know that. Let's see. We got. Let's see who I didn't get. Brittany. We got Brittany. We got Linda Coop, J. Rose Plummer, Jamie Lopez, Lisa GV. We got Lisa, Sandra Perkins. Appreciate that, Bob. Kind words there, young man, down there in South Florida. Judy Mershoff, Crystal Elizabeth, Kealoe. We've got you, Jojo Lovejoy, Luciano, Molly. Francis, what's the score in that game, by the way? Jenna Bon Jovi, Dina Androsoff, Francis Lolo. Good luck to your team tonight. Perla LaRose Cox, and Cindy Rittenhouse. Cindy, always a pleasure to have you. Linda Morgan from Ocala. Luz from Puerto Rico. Seth, Gerardo, Catherine, Chuparov, good to have you there, young lady. Katie Ann has popped in. Catalina. You know, I don't want to say it's weakening just yet, but I do like the fact that the eye is filling in. Just because the eye is filling in does not mean that it is weakening, but it is certainly a good sign. So let me go ahead and do this. I want to get the very latest information in here. Why did that stop all of a sudden? There we go. So there's that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some wave heights on here for you guys because this literally is changing hour by hour. 30-foot waves. That's the wave action right now. That is just insane in the membrane. Jay Rose, Tony, Asma, you got it. Marie Ferry, Patty Gosen, Paul, good to have you there. And look, even on the northeast side, we've got wave action pounding the coast of Texas right now and expanding out in many different directions. So that's that. Let's look at that right there. That's some of the wave action that we've got going on. Now, the water temperatures, as we mentioned, a little cooler up to the north. You're welcome for the info. And that's what we're hoping for, is it starts getting into this cooler wedge of water, that combined with a little bit of wind shear. And the wind shear, by the way, is coming from this fella right here. This is creating some wind shear here now. And notice how, if you look at that northwest quadrant, right in there. Let me go ahead and clear this out here. I'm going to clear the whole selection. Boom. Let me get rid of this. See this right here. All right, watch this. Okay, so if you look right in here, see how that's getting flattened out? That's that drier air. So that is a beautiful sign. And there's the eye there starting to fill in. Yeah, all right, Franny, there you go. Good evening to you, Patrick Sutton. So some subtle things here that we're starting to see with this storm here all of a sudden. So let's hope that trend will continue because that would be a beautiful thing. Let me give you the official forecast cone. There you have it. Jeremy Rowling, Mary Evans, Chelly's, good to have you there. Appreciate you popping in. Patrick Sutton. Who else we got in here? Mary, Jeremy Rowling, Katie Ann. Since the storm is pulling everything westward, you know, it is going to see how that track curves back to the northeast. Katie, great question. Some of that moisture will work back our way, but obviously we won't have any significant winds like the folks in Louisiana and Texas will. So that's some good stuff. Ayana Eliane, I appreciate your kind words there, young lady. Appreciate you always coming in. You guys know my motto, sharing is caring. So the more people we can reach by you guys sharing these Facebook Live feeds, the more people we can put in the weather know. Patty Gay Young, good to have you there. Let's see here. Let's see, there's Mark Taylor, Patty Gay Young. Let's see. Boom. Erica Wynn, good evening to you. Mark Taylor has popped in. There you go. Let's see. Family there, so good news. Yeah. I like that. What we're seeing on that set presentation. Yeah. Let me do the close-up shot here real quick for everyone, so you can see the cone there. What's the thing spinning next to Cuba? We're gonna go out to the eastern side of the Atlantic here in a second. Let me just finish up with a delta. There's your close-up shot right there. Sammy the Bull has shared. Can I ask? Victor, gonna get there in a second. Cooler weather late next week. Melissa getting wiggy with it. Has just popped in. Appreciate you popping in, Melissa. Erica Wind would love a cold front. Yeah, me too. This summer humidity is getting old quickly. 128 day of 90+ degree heat today. All right, let's take a look at the winds with this pup. I told you I am chock full. 2-1 now, says Raul Yanks up. Luz, gotcha. All right, so let's take a look now. This is the NDFD. And so here's noon. There's Lake Charles, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. Coming ashore, 90-mile-an-hour winds. There's Lake Charles. Lafayette. Again, Monroe. These are the gusts. These are not sustained. So this is the worst possible thing you can look at. Again, tropical storm watches and warnings. Move to west. New Barton, good to have you there, Mr. Senior. What was we saying? We have a crew in Louisiana, New Orleans. We have a station there, so we'll get their stories, their information. Appreciate that. Melissa, we're hoping it's going to make it before landfall before sunset there. So that's good. Slidell area. Southwest Louisiana, Lake Charles, Lafayette, Iberia. That's where we're thinking. Southwest, Karen. Great question. Erica Wynn also saying welcome to Florida, to our newbie. So that is the hurricane warnings. Far eastern, northeastern, upper coast of Texas. Franny, enjoy the game. Hope you guys can win tonight. Is Cole on the mound, by the way? Is Garrett Cole? Is he the pitcher tonight for you guys? I didn't even check. Okay, so there's the watches. So we have obviously storm surge advisories. So right there, Louisiana, New Orleans, and it also means we got to take a look at the peak storm surge. So in the red, Vermilion Bay, right there, 7 to 11 feet. But if this weakening trend continues, we may have to adjust that down. So good stuff. Cheryl, let me look into that. Giovanni Diaz, gotcha. I saw Joan for yes, exactly right, Mike. Still haven't recovered from August. Pray for Raul. Well said, Jenny Finberg. It's making the turn. It is, Chris. Looks like it's starting to turn more towards the north now. Feeling the effects of that trough off to the west. But along this path, though, I gotta say, there is going to be some significant rainfall. Sharing is caring. Genesis is correct. Baton Rouge in the house. Becky, we're thinking about you guys there. Wind and rain definitely going to be coming your way. Now, someone was asking about this other little piece of energy there. This is not an invest. It's just a tropical wave south of the Cabo Verde Islands that we think may have in the short run a chance to develop a long-term. This particular meteorologist is not too worried about it just yet because there does appear to be a fairly good amount of wind shear. Let me see if I can get a different perspective here for you guys. I'm going to need a wider cut is what I'm going to need. Boom. See, I think someone was asking about that right there. That is that's an upper low. That is not a tropical feature. So not to worry on that one. That is again a upper low that is spinning and churning, non-tropical. This is non-tropical, meaning that it's not going to develop into another system. This is an up. Oops, didn't mean to do that. You guys noticed this and noticed it very well. Proud of you guys. You guys are fantastic. This little spin in here is an upper low, non-tropical, that is following on the heels of Delta. Again, non-tropical entity, nothing that we're worried about for tropical growth. However, we'll have to watch it for some increased moisture as we go through the next couple days on into the weekend. Tyson, good to have you. Juanita Jimenez, good to have you. Missouri needs rain, says Mary Elmore. Mary, we got you, girl. D. Hoffman, Becky, appreciate you too. Mike, we're getting close. I think we're going to make a run at it, and I'll show you the comparison here because I do have that graphic. Thursday through Monday. This Thursday, like today, or next Thursday through Monday. Looks good. A little bit cooler, which is going to be nice. We'll get back into the low and mid 80s. Overnight lows back into the 60s. That is sustained around the eye, Sherry, 115. Yep. Will this storm have an impact on Tallahassee? There'll be some rain there. Nothing, the significant wind and everything stays well west of there, so don't worry about that. Corey Bush, good to have you. Diana New Yorican, a pleasure to have you as well. Good beach weather for St. Augustine. I think you'll be able to get some time in, but I also think that it's not going to be the most ideal. Let's just put it that way. I don't want to be a Debbie Downer to you, but at the same time, I do want you to know what's going on. So there's our storm, as you can see right there. Booyah! There it is. And then there's a look at the 1 kilometer resolution A little bit higher end doesn't, that cuts off right there, but you can see that is a very high end picture there. And there's the eye. See it wobbling right in there? Earthquake, yep, it was. Eric, get it? Kim Fellinger, good to have you there, Kim. Is that up? It looks like it could bring us a little bit of rain, yes, as we head into the upcoming weekend there. So we're going to be watching that carefully. Great question there. So that covers the tropics. Again, we covered that storm there in the coming by the Cabo Verde Islands. Again, in the short run, could this develop? Yes. In the long run, is it an issue for the United States? To me, no, not as of right now. Somebody was asking about hurricane season comparison between 2005 and this year. Vicki Tedlock, good to have you there. Mary Elmore Adams, good to have you there. We had 28 named storms in 2005. We are at 25, including Delta right now. We've had 4 major hurricanes this year, and 3 major hurricanes this year, 4 Greek names, my bad. 7 major in 2005, and 6 Greek names in 2005. It's still early October. We do have the chance to accumulate another 2 storms, so we're going to make a run at 2005, and if we get 3 more named storms, we would tie 2005. Thomas Jackson, good to have you there. Joshua Merced, good to have you. Sunday South Daytona. Kathy, let's go ahead and take a look at the weekend forecast here. And we'll shift from the tropics to the local forecast. And as we do that, first thing that should catch your eye is this little line right here. That is a back. Oops, didn't want that one. Let's see. Let's do this. This is a backdoor cold front, and that is going to slide southwest tonight and tomorrow. That will increase our rainfall chances here as we do head into the weekend. None yet, none in Florida. Salima, shh. Salima, shh. Salima, shh. So we do have a few spotty showers there. Let's do our EEC radar. Showers there in Marion County. It was a little bit heavier there earlier. That has since departed. Pretty quiet in the metro, and a few showers back towards Winter Haven. Current temperatures outside do look like this. Upper 70s, low 80s. Claremont 85. The overnight low temperatures tonight. Good to have you up there in the land, Shaylee. Slidell will be okay. We're going to watch it. We'll see what happens. They're definitely going to have wind. We'll have to wait and see how this wind shear affects things here between now and landfall tomorrow. But I do like what I'm seeing on the satellite radar tonight. There's Friday. You see off and on periods of rain. Tomorrow's highs. Candy Fry. I'll take that coffee. Nouvelle. Ooh, good little Frenchie there. Love that. 85 Palm Coast, 91 Winter Haven. And now we take a look at the weekend. Hopefully by next Thursday, Shaylee. There's a look at Saturday. And then on into Sunday. That moisture with our storm will give us a chance for afternoon showers and storms. And it could add up. It could add up, especially on the eastern side of the peninsula there. We are talking about potentially an inch to an inch and a half of rain. There you go. Candy Fry. There you go. How long have we been seeing this computer? Off and on a lot. Montgomery's pitching. Very good. This weekend is coming. Yes. Yes. So we take a look at the weekend forecast. There you have it. 89 Saturday, 89 on Sunday. Rain chances high, but not an all-day rain. I do want to make that very clear to everybody. National Roundup now. Like I see, for the most part, pretty quiet. Big storm system near St. John's, Newfoundland. Another storm system coming into the Pacific Northwest. Obviously, we have Delta there in the Gulf. Upper low there near Kingston. Farther to the east. Again, little tropical wave south and west of the Cabo Verde Islands. Now yawning. Sorry, Vix. Ooh, it's cold weather up in New England. 40s and 50s right now. 93 in Vegas, 91 in El Paso. And then we go north of the border. Ellie Perez, hey back. Ready for the scoop, says Debbie Couch. The Couchster. We got cold air building in Canada. 32 Point Barrow, 24 in Fort Ross, 30 in Baker Lake. Yellowknife, 39. Iqaluit, 30. Moosonee, 30. Winnipeg, 57. Buffalo, 55. Ottawa, 41. Muggy days and mornings from Ponce. Bring in the front. Vicky's counting my yawns. A 96, a 93, excuse me, in Vegas. 75 Atlanta, 82 in Orlando. And you can see our strong little warm core there. I'm trying to, Diana. Janice, I'm working on it. Lynn Ellis. That flood watch is for the St. Johns River at Astor. That's what that's for, Lynn. Eric, you're welcome. Diana's making fun of me. I love it. There's San Jose, 70. Panama City, 79. It is contagious, no doubt. Manaus, 82. Brasilia, 84. La Paz, 46. Punta Arenas, 43. Cape Town, 55. Khartoum, 88. Roma, 54. There's London, 48 degrees. And then we get back towards Moscow, 52. Surgut, 28. Astana, 32. Bratsk, 30. Yakutsk, coming in at 28. Cheryl Hudson. Someone's making the money. You go, Cheryl. Edgewater, good to have you there. Linda Rossi. Ponce Inlet. Chaz. Gotcha. Cold air building up in Canada. 28 in Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia. Sapporo, 54. Tokyo, 59. Hong Kong, 75. Good night to you, Elizabeth. Gerardo, good to have you in here. Perth, Adelaide, Melbourne, Hobart, Christchurch, and Auckland in the 50s and low 60s. Margaret, Monaco, good to have you there. Lynn, I live on St. John's and it's getting bad. Nice. All right, so today's high, as we get away from the 20s, we were in the 90s today. Titusville, Sanford, Land. By the way, that 91 in Orlando, check it. 128th time. 128th time. Kiloe Moon has popped in. Janice, another glass of wine. Moving in 2 weeks. Ooh, there you go. Janice, congrats. 128th time. We've had 90 or better here in Central Florida. It's just amazing. Our summers are long. They are incredibly long, in fact. So 128 times. Starbucks, I know. Ooh, Shaylee, I like that. Kathy Corneliuson. Kiloe Kai Moon. There we go. She's in the house. Too hot, says Mary. Well said. Don't disagree with you on that. All right, let's do this. One more look here at the tropics. For those of you just getting in, does Pensacola get anything once it turns Pensacola? They'll get a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, but nothing like what's coming into Louisiana because it's making a wide turn around them. Juanita, yes. Tanya, yes. Crystal KK. Good to have you in here, young lady. Lynn Ellis. Yeah, there you go, Lynn. Nice. I'll give you that lake level here in the forecast for a second. Hold on one sec. Let me just do this update on Delta. So we've noticed a few things here on the past half hour or thereabouts. Notice the northwest side. Notice how we're seeing it erode. That's that drier air and that wind shear starting to take a toll on that northwest quadrant. So that's a really good sign. We like seeing that here. There was the eye earlier, but now we think that it may start weakening from here in on. At least that's what we're hoping. There's your eye, right in there. So that's what we're going to be watching for. Visible satellite Showed beautiful, gorgeous eye there, right at sunset. About 282.5 miles across. There you go, 280 miles across. That's what we're dealing with right now. So it's a pretty good sized storm, for sure. Let's look at the data set right there. There's your eye. Again, getting hit with a little bit of wind shear on that northwest side. You can see that drier air working on it. So that's a beautiful thing. Look at that wave heights. 30-foot seas, waves there on the north side of this particular storm as it is moving north. The waters are a little bit cooler here, but certainly well supportive of some helping with our storm there. So that's some good news there. The official cone looks like this. I wouldn't be surprised if Friday is a Cat 2 based on what we're seeing right now. So we'll continue to watch that. There's Delta, 1 o'clock on Friday, 1 a.m. on Friday. Closing in on southwest Louisiana. Again, the model tracks have been incredibly consistent. Right there. And then when you take a look at the wind forecasts, here's 6 p.m. Lake Charles, 90-mile-an-hour winds, Lafayette. These are gusts, not sustained. There you go. So let's look at that. Now, obviously with a storm coming in, there you go, Marty. Well said. Jamie Pennington, good to have you. David Bastidas, good to have you. There's a look at our storm surge advisories. And peak storm surge. We'll watch the trends on the storm. If it weakens, these numbers go down. That's what we do. And then when we take a look at the rainfall forecast here, a big plume of 7 to 10, 3 to 7 in that range right there into Arkansas and Mississippi. All right, I'm going to wind this up here with a look now at the 7-day. Boom. Patricia Smith, Leonard Blackburn. There you go. Teresa Gerber Ponder. Southwest Louisiana, very good bet. So there we go. 50% chance for showers and storms Friday. Jumping up to 70 to 80% over the weekend. Popping back down on Monday to about 50. Tuesday and Wednesday, temperatures cooling a bit. By Thursday coming in at about 87. All right, gang, I'm going to rock and roll. Got a couple of quick updates I need to make. You guys are always a fantastic group, and I'll be back here again tomorrow night at 8 on Facebook Live. And tonight, for updates on Delta, you can check me out on West 2 News at 10 on the CW18. And